Peace, God, to all my great and amazing people out there, man. Blessings to everybody watching the channel, man. Listen, guys, hit that like, hit the subscribe button for me. And remember, man, share the video all over your social media platforms. But today, man, I wanted to talk about this, man. To women out there, men out there, you know what I mean? I always feel like the people that go to college and further their career, you know what I mean, getting careers and not jobs and establishing themselves in this world out here right now, right? And I see a lot in our community of women and men establishing themselves career-wise and settling for people that's doing either illegal activities or with somebody that they know, probably popular or something like that. They don't have the growth or the good intentions in their heart. In the world we live in now, opportunities are all over from social media and different platforms. You dig what I'm saying? And I always say this, man. I seen a post one time. This girl was talking about she love a guy that walk around with a gun on him and living in a life, and she's doing real estate, and she doing all type of businesses, and this man is doing illegal things with no intentions of changing or building himself up and coming away from that lifestyle. And I always say, what do you gain for being with a person in that lifestyle other than a broken home? Like you start having kids with a guy that don't have any intentions at all. And then your home is broken when that person do jail time and everybody talking about how much they want to change and things like that. I feel like what I learned about life and being a young kid, I once was a kid that went to middle school. I had a personality of that sort. When I was in high school, I had a personality of that sort. As I became a man and understanding life, I grew up out of those standards and out of those placements and understanding life in the real world. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at a lot of women and guys out here, I think a lot of people be stuck in high school mode and not realizing the reality of their decisions will affect not just them, the kids. Now, I always ask the question of, if you love your kids and you value your kids, how do you put your kids in situations that can be harmful or dangerous? You know, man or woman that's out there that's not really looking to do things in a legal standpoint and change their life around in a business way. You know what I mean? Like I told you before, everything is right there at your hand. You know what I mean? But a lot of times people choose to do the negative and not the positive. And like I said before, if you a guy that got a good career, got good money, and you attach yourself to a woman that does not work, that doesn't have attention to work, don't have attention to go to school, dropped out, don't have anything going for themselves, what value do that young lady actually have to your life, as she don't even know how to cook, she don't know how to read, write, or do anything. She have no worth to you. You know what I mean? That's just something to knock off and then move on to the next one. That's why I say a lot of times, men and women got to understand the value that they put in going to college and trade schools and things of that nature. If you putting in all this hard work to be the great and best version of yourself and you attaching yourself to people that don't have a future, then why are you mad at the world and everybody saying there's no good man out here, there's no good women out here? My whole thing is this. Why do people not date the people on their level instead of dating people that they know could never, ever accomplish what they got because they don't have the motivation the motivation to go out and go get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why you doing that to yourself? And then it makes you frustrated when you realize that this young lady or this young man is not going to live up to any standards in life. That person want to be a drug dealer forever. That girl want to sit on her ass forever without getting work, without doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I'm not mad at a man that work at Burger King or Walmart or whatever the case may be, because I see the attention there. The person don't want to sit around. They want to go out and do things. I'm not mad at the person that's doing their own business that's not illegal and they trying to boost things and do things on their own. There's nothing wrong with a person trying. My whole point is the person that don't try. Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at this live interview the other day, the girl, and she was asking that. She said she wanted a boss man, basically a man that's making over 100,000 or better a year, and she had no job. She had a kid, no job. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't keeping herself healthy. The only thing she was doing was getting her hair done, getting her nails done, and she still lived at her mama house. See, this is another thing that's kind of strange to me. If you're a grown man in your 30s or a grown woman in your 30s. And like I said before, people fall and go back home sometimes, but they get it together and get back on their own. To be in your mom's and dad's house over the age of 30 and don't have a plan or nothing that you're working on with a child, it shows that you're an irresponsible person and you need to reevaluate yourself. How can you ask for a man to come in your life when you don't even have value yourself? That same thing with the man. If you out here selling drugs, you ain't really focusing on business outside of that and becoming legalized with everything. And you trying to get with a woman that's doing boss things, but you bringing her down because you don't have good intentions in your heart. It worked both ways to me. I feel like a lot of times in life, man, people attach themselves to things that they know won't work. Yeah, we know the popularity and things of that. That person look good, they stay in shape, but what is that person identity? Who is they really? You know what I mean? Because they can look good and work out, but they don't do the work to bring financial stability to the home. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of times what happened in these cases that women and men that go to college and do all this hard work start attaching themselves to low life individuals and not attaching to people that actually on their level. I never understood the concept of you being a boss woman attaching yourself to a drug dealer dude. Yeah, you might got the Porsche and all of that, but his value is no value to me, especially if he's not breaking away from that, creating legal businesses to get away from the game. That person saying, I'm going to live and die like this. And that's exactly what they're going to do. And then they bring in danger to your home. I always say this, man. I see a lot of women, I see a lot of men have a lot of kids and things of that nature, and they don't have the intentions of really giving the kid what they need as far as love, financial stability, and things of that nature. You see women, see, this is the thing that be killing me about a lot of women and man. You have a kid, you have sex, you lay down with that person, but you don't want the responsibility that come with having a kid. I mean, your life is over at that point. It's about raising a kid and trying to make them the best person that you could possibly make them, man or woman. You want them to be strong. You want them to be bosses. You want them to be independent. You want to raise kids that go back to your house and live in your house for the rest of their life. They should be able to read, write, spell, and even if they want to go to college and not go to college, go to trade school, own their own business, they should have goals and they should have just motivation to be greater than what you are. And even if you got a business, they should be thinking outside the box, like, how can I make things work in my life? And I think a lot of times it's no energy on the kids. You see the mom or the dad or going on vacations, the kids not around. They're not giving them the experiences and they're too busy trying to club and have fun. When you decide to lay down and have a child, it's called responsibility at that point. And it's no longer about having fun all the time. You can have fun sometimes, but if you try to go to the club every day and you know you got kids and stuff, it just shows the character of the person. Like I said before, it be women and men that got characters of a high school kid. And I see it all the time. You can't even have a intelligent conversation with an individual because they too childish. They can't even deal with conversation as an adult. They can't do it. They just get radical and want to attack you in a personal sense and not talking about the situation at hand. As you looking at life, right, you don't have a job, you don't have anything going for yourself. Your number one goal should be trying to identify what are the methods and the techniques I need to do to better my life and better my situation? And how can I better the relationship between my significant other or ex or whatever that I had this child with to be able to bridge a gap where you can go to school, where you can do different things. It's called teamwork. The problem that we have in our community, nobody wants to effectively communicate. It's one of the issues I had a lot of times when I dated a lot of women. I would come to the table, let's have a conversation, let's talk about our differences, and let's not allow our emotions to control our conversation, but allow us to be adults and mature individuals that can sit down and have a conversation without yelling, without screaming, without getting so emotional and offended about the truth. The truth hurts a lot of people, but it's real, and you got to have it sometimes, and people don't want to listen to the truth. The truth is this, man, life is short. You don't know if you're going to be here the day or tomorrow. So the opportunities that you got before, you got to use them. Every day I wake up, I try to learn something different or do something different business-wise or whatever I'm doing. I never let a day go past without me experiencing or learning something different. And I feel like the problem with our community, everybody's on Instagram, everybody's on Facebook, everybody's doing something that don't involve business. They just up there. They talking, fighting with one another over things that doesn't even matter. I look at it from this standpoint, man. I see a lot of women that I've dated and people that got these different relationships. And then one of the things that I look back on is like when that person leaves me, right, and they go to another guy, you're not going to see the same value or the respect that was there because I was crafted by multiple strong, independent women that had businesses and stuff like that. And also men that taught me different things of how to be a gentleman and a man of respect. So when I talk to a woman, I come with confidence and respect and also want that same respect back. So when we having a conversation, I'm expecting us not to be high school kids arguing and fussing, but to actually talk as an adults. And like I say before, what I see a lot of times that go bad in relationships, first thing is you finding of somebody that does not match your energy. And what I mean is like you on a college level, you got business going, and you fucking with a drug dealer. That's got to be the dumbest shit in the world. You should be having a dude that's on the same tip as you. Y'all both go into business together and start creating an empire. That's what it's about. Y'all bring money back to the home. Y'all have a home, a family, kids, and things of that nature, and y'all build together. A lot of people trying to build all drug dealing and illegal activities and thinking that's gonna survive the ends of time, but it's not. You gonna end up in jail. That other person gonna get indicted. That stuff don't last forever, man. What lasts forever is the love, the realness, the respect, and the understanding that that life is not for you. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I see a lot of stupid stuff like that out here. I sometimes I look at people and I ask the question of when is you gonna grow up and be an adult and a respectable person? Like me, I have been through hell and back again. And what molded into me is that responsibility is all on you. You got to be able to take care of responsibilities when nobody else can. You know what I mean? And like I said before, either you're a man or a boy, or you're a girl or a woman. It's definitely a difference between the two. You know what I mean? Like I say, I see a lot of little girls out here. In the two times you're not working, you got no money coming in, you got multiple kids. That show that you are an irresponsible individual person, because most women that I see that's going to college, they don't have no kids yet. They're structuring their life, not just their life. They got to understand their mate got to be just as powerful as them. You know what I mean? To be able to lead the household. And then you got all these women that want to overpower the man and stuff of that nature. And I always say, what do you want, a bitch or a real man? If you want a bitch, go get you a female or something. Be two women together. But if you don't want a strong, independent man and you want somebody you can run over top of, that's irrelevant for your situation because it'll never work. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't never work. You know what I mean? You see it with your own eyes. You need somebody that's on your level at all times. I see a lot of my homegirls going to college and going and doing school, and then I like, damn, how you attach yourself to a drug dealer nigga? Like, what did you get from that at the end? But failure. I'm saying them type of niggas don't last long. That shit gonna end quick in a bad way. Like I told you, if you putting that much effort into your education and you coming from the streets like we come from the street, it should be in your mind to get a person that's business minded, that's away from that shit. That's just period, dog. It should be no going back to Section A public housing. You a boss now. You about to move into a better predicament. How do you put yourself in a predicament where you can lose everything by one bad decision? Those one bad decisions can hurt the fuck out you. And that's just real shit. I don't know. Like I told you, man, I respect. There's a lot of good women out here. There's a lot of good men out here. It's just the problem is everybody's searching for the guy and the girl that's not no good. Yeah, she look good. She got her nails done and she got the best Jordans and designer shit on, but she don't work nowhere. She don't get no money. She don't do nothing. Everything she get comes from somebody else. That's not a boss woman. You want a woman that's independent, that does her own thing. You know, like I said before, the same with a man, though. Like, you get a man, this nigga selling drugs, or he don't work at all, he don't do nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? And then you taking care of the responsibilities of a nigga that's still a baby. That's a baby, man. You raising another kid in your house. If you got a fucking 2 kids, you raising a third one, because that nigga ain't prepared for real life. Like I said before, I see a lot of men that live with their mamas and shit like that. I say, at what age do you move out, though, my nigga? Like, you can't be 30 plus, ride around with a nice car. Every day you got on the best Jordans and shoes on, but you don't have the responsibility of an adult. You don't get a crib. You don't even think about it. You don't even think about life outside of the neighborhood. And that's the problem. It's called growth. How do you become a man if you always run into your mama and grandma house to go live instead of establishing yourself as a person? I see a lot of my guys that became welders. They went to jail, they come home, they become welders. They started to do things in a legal standpoint because they realized the truth. The truth is the game run the fuck out. Too many rats, too many snitches out this motherfucker. Just putting niggas in the dirt. And then that business don't last forever. Robbers, police, all type of shit that come your way when you trying to live that life. But when you legalize yourself, all you do is go to work and do your business. Or if you own your business, you really on top because you in control of the whole narrative. And that's what it's all about. Like I said before, it's a lot of good people out here, all different ethnicities and things of that nature. Is stop allowing yourself to be sucking into that black hole of people that are not good for you. I learned this stuff the hard way. All the people that it was a girl I was dating, I was with, loved her to death, man. She meant a lot to me, man. And my whole identity was to start working and us becoming a family, we having a baby and things of that nature. I'm like, let's build together. Let's do this together. She was still stuck on the idea of sucking money out of her husband account instead of establishing a relationship and a foundation with me. And now she still don't work. She's still collecting checks and all of that because she never looked at herself as being somebody independent outside of getting government assistance and things of that nature. She wanted to be a statistic, a failure. And like I said before, I've learned from that. If you get with a woman and you having a deep conversation, see, that's the thing people don't have. Everybody, can I pull my dick out or can I pull my pussy out? Nobody want to have those real conversations. The real conversation is how can we build ourselves up in a financial standpoint. Let's say a person ain't that educated or that's not that smart. It's the effort that the person put in to actually get into a different point. And not only that, is trying even when the odds are against you. I'm a person, graduated high school, things that I'm not the smartest person in the world, but everybody see multiple business coming from me. A person that ain't that smart, ain't no college graduate. I always try all the time. Even when everybody laugh at me, I keep proceeding to try no matter what. And I keep creating business. If it fail here or fail there, I'm going to keep creating. I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep investing in myself. If I got $1 from security or anything, I'm going to keep investing into my lifestyle of what I'm trying to do because I believe that I'm better than just somebody that's doing absolutely nothing. That's just it. And I feel like what happens in our community, women and men, you're not sitting at the table having real conversation. If you're going to date a woman or date a man, y'all should be breaking down bills, breaking down how we're going to get this bread, breaking down how we can flip this and flip that. Not illegally, though. Like all legal shit on how we can build some shit together that can create an empire for you and your family. But like I said before, these conversations don't have. Everybody pull their dick out. Everybody pull their pussy out. Everybody, let's fuck. Let's have sex. Let's drunk. Let's turn up. It's fun to have fun. We ain't high school kids no more. You're not in high school no more. Sometimes you got to grow the fuck up. And niggas don't want to do that. And women don't want to do that shit. You got to grow the fuck up, man. This life, your kids deserve a great mother, a great father, somebody that's going to actually be there, not be doing 10, 20 years or 100 years behind bars for doing illegal shit. You know what I mean? Then on top of that, you got a lot of women out here that's fucked up on drugs, young as hell, like in their 20s, fucking sniffing coke, all of that. And young guys out here fucked up smoking crack. Like, this shit's sad because it's like at some point in your life, you got to identify, I have an issue, I have a problem, and I need to fix it. And I cannot move further in my life without doing these things. And the problem I have with a lot of things in the community is that we excel and we accept negativity over the positive. How you accept, you in real estate, you doing big things in your life. You respect the nigga selling drugs, fucking toting around guns and shit around your kids, and you saying that's cool. I like a nigga like that. That told me that your programming fucked up. You all the way fucked up. If you a grown ass woman talking like a fucking high school girl, Like I said, I expect a high school girl to be on that, I want a little dirt type of nigga and shit like that. But even Lil Durk realized he had to change his life and go into the music business and start making his real bread and become a man that's legalized. He realized that shit. Like I said, it's entertainment at the end of the day. But now these motherfuckers is on Instagram and they really soaking in dickhead shit, which is, oh, I want a nigga that's selling drugs. Yeah, I'm not. You want a nigga selling drugs that's gonna get your kids. Them niggas gonna come in that bitch, run down, throw everybody on the ground and shit like that. You know what I mean? Violating your crib, violating your kids. Your kids don't deserve to see shit like that. So what I'm saying is, if you investing in your life, why you don't invest into the man or invest into the woman that makes sense for your life? Not investing in some shit that'll never make sense. Then you got the guys out here and the women out here. I'm going to be a stripper forever. I'm cool with that shit. Be stripper forever. I'm not mad at you. Stack your bread up, do what you do. I ain't mad. But when you start talking, I'm going to sell drugs forever. I'm like, nigga, in what century and what world have a nigga sold drugs forever without doing a bunch of fucking time, nigga? Every kingpin that went the fuck down. So you have to already know that in your mind that you setting yourself up for failure if you trying to build a family and a relationship with somebody. Then on top of that, the niggas that live at their mama house at past 30 and shit like that, niggas at 28 and 29, nigga, if you got a nice car, you got money, get the fuck out your mama house and please don't move in with no bitches, nigga. If you can't really say that you love that individual, like, get your own shit. It's time to invest in your life and become somebody bigger and better. Because at the end of the day, this shit is a disgrace. Because you too old to be begging it and at your mama kitchen asking for plates when you're a grown man. Your wife should be cooking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real. You look like a whole clown nigga. You know what I'm saying? As a grown man, you should be out here doing your shit and getting on your own feet. It should be no reason a grown ass man or grown ass woman still living in her mama house. I'm watching the interview. I'm like, damn, the bitch was all the way fucked up, cuz. Like, she said she don't got no job. The nigga said, did she put in the application? She was like, no, I ain't putting in no application. I don't got no job. Yeah, I got a couple of kids and shit, but I got my nails done and all that. I'm looking for a boss nigga to take me out of here. I say, first of all, what type of nigga that got real money would fuck with a bitch like that? Seriously? No nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck what race he in. You is a disgrace. Like, all the way a disgrace. You got multiple kids. You look good. She looked good, but she was a fucking disgrace. She got multiple kids, bro. On top of that, you ain't doing shit in your life. You never went to school. You ain't never graduated. You ain't got shit going for yourself. And you live at your mama house. What boss nigga want you? But for one night, if he even get that from you, he might don't even want to get that from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no boss nigga don't want no bitch like that. You know what I'm saying? You a fucking abomination. That comes to the nigga too. Like, don't no bitch want a nigga that's still at his mama house, nigga, cooking food and shit. Like, you was a bum nigga at that point. You gotta change your life. You know what I mean? Like I say, I don't mind a nigga going through stages, but nigga, if you nigga been in your mama house for 3 to 4 years, nigga, you is a fucking abomination. Called get on your grind and do your shit. You got the best Jordans in the world. Okay, my nigga, you got the best DCs in the world. I mean, Air Force Ones in the world. Okay, my nigga. Nigga, you got on fucking designer clothes and you live in your motherfucking mama house. This is how the girl was looking too. She had designer shit on. Nails was all done all up. And the man, like, hold up. Like, you got all that. Where you live at? I live in my mama house. Yeah, her boyfriend here and all that. I'm like, damn, that shit just looked so nasty and disgusting, bro. Like, just come a point in time with men and women that on that type of dickhead level that ain't looking at their life seriously. You a disgrace. What you think your kid's gonna be? A fucking disgrace. Cause you a disgrace. They see you a disgrace and they gonna be a disgrace. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, Section 8, public house, that shit is for temporarily, dog. Why everybody, man, I get sick and tired of hearing a nigga say I dropped out of school and they just didn't like me, bro. No, nigga, you didn't like education, nigga. And you not showing that you was bossing up after school. If you dropped out and you ain't got shit, you still living at your grandma and mama house. Come on now. And then a bitch that have a kid say, I mean, I dropped out because I had a kid. And you on Section A and all that shit, and they ain't never planning to get off that shit. Food stamps and all of that. Like, bro, you don't ever want nothing in life. I'm just going to sit in the house all day long, every fucking day, and never do nothing with my life. Never do nothing with your life. That got to be the most stupidest shit in the fucking world. Because you have potential to be great, but you don't see it because you don't give yourself a chance. I'm going to give you a prime example, man. I remember dating and things of that nature and feeling like I didn't deserve this or wasn't this. And you know what I'm saying? I felt all these bad ways about myself, depression and all of that shit. Me becoming an alpha man or a strong man figure, you know what I mean, and understanding who the fuck I was, I realized that it wasn't how complicated I was making shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't. Like I said, a lot of times people can't communicate, but the ones that can communicate are the ones on my level. And that's what I attach to. Women that can communicate, women that can have real conversation outside of trifling shit. Like, I don't want to talk about drugs all day. I don't want to talk about dickhead shit all day. Let's talk about real shit that benefits us in financial standpoints and real life stuff beyond the foolishness. Because like I said before, I'm not no Instagram nigga. I'm a real man. I'm a real person. And I understand what a woman need and I understand what a man need. And we both understand that in life, settling for this dumb shit and thinking it's cool is beyond you as a person. If you in your motherfucking 30s still talking about some drug dealing nigga, or you a nigga in your 30s still run around with these bitches that ain't got shit, you is a fucking fool, nigga. Now, I see if y'all was gonna build together, but nigga, she fucked every nigga you know in the world. Come on now, even the nigga, he fucked every bitch you know in the world. So what you getting from them type of motherfucker but diseases and fucking disaster? If you a light and you got energy, you attach yourself to a boss nigga. You a motherfucking nigga, you attach yourself to a boss chick. And that's just what it is. And you don't look back. Because at the end of the day, you fucking your life up fucking with a motherfucker that can't figure out how to fucking microwave or fucking microwave dinner and shit. You know what I mean? Like, what you doing with that type of broad? Can't cook, can't clean, the bitch can't do shit for herself. Or you got a nigga, that nigga don't know how to change pamper, that nigga don't know how to do shit. You know what I mean? He lived in his mama house his whole fucking life. Ain't never did nothing for his motherfucking self. But buy Jordans and fucking designer shit, got a car, all that type of shit, and still living in his motherfucking mama house. At what age do you grow the fuck up and get the fuck out of there? And not live with no bitches, and bitches not living with no niggas if it's not right. Like, you get your own shit and figure your life out. And that's another thing I be telling motherfuckers, man. Stop feeling so depressed and stop feeling so down that you gotta settle for some shit that don't make sense for your life. If you just getting out of a relationship or just getting out of a marriage or just getting out of anything that kind of bring your spirit down, the number one rule you do is heal. Give yourself like a year to just heal. Not no get back into another relationship and you fuck somebody up because you're not ready. Just heal. Don't allow nobody to press you into a situation that you don't want to fucking be in. You deserve to be happy just like everybody else. And don't allow nobody to control your energy. Yeah, you a hell of a nigga. Yeah, you a hell of a bitch. You know what I mean? But don't allow no motherfucking world to push you into some shit that you don't believe is right for you. You know what I mean? Stop marrying motherfuckers you don't really love or care about. Stop getting in a relationship with these nut-ass motherfuckers and crying about the shit. Evaluate the situation. I don't give a fuck how uncomfortable the conversation get with this motherfucker you talking to. You said, where do you work at? How much money you make? How we can build together. That's grown man and grown fucking women fucking conversation. How we can fix this credit. How we can get our house. Those are conversations you're supposed to have. You can suck a dick. You can eat some pussy. You can do all that shit. But do it amount to you having success in your life with your kids and your fucking family. It's more than life than sucking a dick or eating some motherfucking pussy, nah. Like I say, if you value yourself and love yourself, go out there and get a person that's willing to build with you. And not these Instagram model bitches that's stupid as shit, or these Instagram niggas that's flashing shit still living at their grandma and mama house. It's time to grow the fuck up, nigga. Billionaire Charlie, man. Click the link down below and get into the description box. I'm done.